I don't know if you've noticed. I haven't been making a lot of videos. Why? Just don't want to. I don't know. Like, with this whole pandemic thing, there are so many people who are going stir crazy, wishing they could just get out. I'm somehow getting even more withdrawn. Like me, I'm scared to turn on my phone because I know people are gonna people keep trying to get in touch with me, and I don't want to be in touch. I'm enjoying myself right now, honestly. I actually just checked my voicemail for the first time since like March, and a lot of people left a lot of messages. So yeah, I'm turning on my phone once or twice a day just to see that I got a message. Every now and then I'll go on social media just to see what's happening in the world. But for the majority of the times, honestly, I'm enjoying my life. Like, this may not be the life I would have chosen, but it's a life I am more than capable of having fun with. Like, I watch TV a lot, watch a lot of YouTube, play a lot of video games. You know, the only thing I would complain about is that I'm starving to death. And when I say starving to death, I tend to hyperbolize at times, so I am nowhere near starving. Or at least I shouldn't be. I don't know if this is a physical manifestation of a psychological symptoms, or if maybe, I'm just like, my body really does feel like it's eating itself. I'm scared to step on the scale right now and find out I've lost like 30 pounds or something. I feel like my muscles are definitely atrophying. I'm not eating fruits and vegetables as much as I have. I just pooped this morning and I was relieved because it had been 2 days since any poop came out of my body. And but yeah, I'm trying my best to spread out what little food I do have. At first, I was eating 3 meals a day and then one or two snacks, and I'm experimenting with different things to see what works best. And honestly, the 3 meals a day was the least hungrying. Plus, I didn't go through the snacks quite as much. Turns out just a hungry boy, and I'm gonna eat whether I want to or not. I only have so much self control. That's the one thing I'm learning about myself here. There is a limit to my self control. Especially when it comes to just hunger, which causes me just real physical pain. Because I've done 3 meals a day and only one or two snacks. I've done 1 meal a day and then, try to only have a few snacks here and there, but end up literally spending the whole day stuffing my face. And I've tried, two meals a day and then like 2 or 3 snacks a day, but then it ends up being like 5 or 7 snacks a day. So I'm thinking I might go back to the 3 meals a day, and then that way I can maintain the only 1 or 2 snacks a day. It's a no matter what I do, something's going to go wrong. I'm trying my best to avoid overeating, and I'm trying to figure out which formula works best for my lifestyle. Because, like, my body is very demanding of caloric intake. But yeah, like, I'm good. I'm having fun. I'm living my life. I'm not gonna lie, I have bad days. But I've gotten back to therapy. For those who have done it before but stopped for any reason, or who have never tried it but are interested in it, uh, actually, I should have made this video a week ago. But yeah, BetterHelp is offering free counseling for the month of April. So yeah, get yourself in there and talk to someone for the next week. I don't know if they're gonna extend it to May. If they do, I'll definitely do it. Cause honestly, like, I need psychology. I really do. I need a good therapist to help me out. The only reason I stopped was because money was becoming an issue and it was too much to spend. And that's the only reason I'm doing it now is because, like I said, they were offering a free month. And it's something I've been wanting, that I know I need in my life, but like, is it worth the expense? Hell no. Especially not right this moment, because I don't have any money coming in, so I can't afford to send too much money going out. Like, I bought candy. I'm not gonna lie. Went on H-E-B. I ordered some like macaroni boxes. I ordered some like deli ham and stuff like that. But that was just so it didn't seem like I was getting a bunch of candy delivered to me just because I have a sweet tooth. Which, let's be honest, that's the main thing. I've got so many like crackers and stuff, but I need actual chocolate. I don't know. It's my body was literally dying, and then I ordered the chocolate. I feel better now. Yeah, therapy helps in a lot of ways. For one thing, like she helped me get my priorities straight. You know what I did? She made a suggestion which helped me realize a couple of things. It was like, well, she basically told me make a list of things you want and what you'd be willing to give up to get them. And that helped me like realize what my priorities are in life. Cause like when it comes to romance, I would be willing to give up a few minor things here and there, make a few, minute changes to my life for the sake of finding romance. But I wouldn't actually change my life or myself. At least not at this specific point. Whereas when it comes to chasing my dreams, I mean, let's be honest. If I was getting married and then suddenly I get a phone call from Todd McFarlane saying, "Hey, I want to meet you," guess what? I'm gonna skip out on the wedding, go have dinner with Todd McFarlane, because it's something I've dreamed about for so many years. If I'd always say I don't want to compromise on my artistic freedom, my creativity, but I can guarantee you that if someone puts enough zeros on a check, I'll bend. Like, there will come a time, hopefully. I hope there comes a time when someone puts so many zeros on the check that I'm just like, fuck it, I guess I'm a sellout now. I mean, someone offers me $6,000. Well, right now, $6,000 would be a hell of a lot. But, like, on a normal day, someone offers me $6,000, I'm going to have a whole list of demands. You offer me $6 million, fuck it, it's all yours. Take it all. So, yeah, it's helped me get my priorities straight, and I've started writing again. I'm in the middle of the final draft of Forever I'm In, and I've got 2 new stories. One more, it's a short story, which technically it's a short story, but also technically it's chapter 1 of a much larger story, and the plan for now is to, like, release it, like, 1 chapter at a time. That way, first of all, I have more time to come up with an ending. Second of all, it's a way for me to get more content out quicker. So you can get like one very fun and exciting chapter that has a lot of excitement and intrigue and mystery. There's a lot of drama in it. But it's just the beginning of a really huge story that could take years to get through. And then once the entire storyline has been worked through, compile it all into one technically compilation book, but really, finally we have the whole story's done. We can put it together as a full-length novel, and you can buy that. And the other one is actually, it's technically a brand new one I'm working on. It's one that I've always had in my head for so many years. And honestly, so much of it draws about a lot, like 30-40% of this book I literally just took straight from my own life and threw it in here. And it's a coming of age story. It follows one character from 4 to 27. Basically kind of a lot like my autobiography, except a lot more drama. There's a lot going on. I don't want to give too much away. It's still in the developmental stages. I'm still working on the outline. It might be another 2 or 3 run-throughs before I get to the rough draft, honestly. So that one is years away, but it's a story that I believe in. So that's probably going to be my first full-length novel, but that's years down the line. As far as the comic books, well, book 2 will come out sometime in summer. That one's already in the works, so it's being taken care of. 3 and 4, maybe we'll put it out next year. It really depends on how long this thing gets drawn out, because I'm not making any money, so what I do have, I'm going to try my best to stretch it as long as possible. That being said, I do have to eat something. And It's hard to work when it feels like your stomach is slowly trying to crawl like out of your belly. Like my stomach feels like it's trying to crawl through my abdomen and just climb out like one of the aliens. And so, it's I have to eat something. That's a given. I have to calm the cravings enough that I can sit down and type for a couple of hours. And trying not to turn on my AC too often, but it's getting close to summer. And, there in Texas, we can have 3 straight months where we're getting over 100 every day. That's no fun. So, like right now, we're getting to the 80s. So, I'll still turn it on maybe a couple hours at a time in the middle of the day when we're at the peak. Especially like if I'm getting up to cook something right at that moment. Because if it gets too hot, then I'll end up just passing out and I'll be completely useless. But I'm saving money on water because I haven't showered since April 3rd. That's 21 days. And I don't smell any worse. Okay, that's a lie. I probably smell like shit right now. But the important thing is, I can't tell. So, it's good. So, yeah, life's going well. Focusing on my writing. I've now that I've reassessed my priorities in life, I've got a renewed sense of vigor. So that's my advice for the week or the month. I have no idea when I'm coming back. But yeah, if you've never done so before, what you should do, if you feel unfulfilled in life, then write a list. First, just write a list of everything you want in life. Then write a list of what you'd be willing to give up to accomplish this or achieve this, whatever. It'll help. It helped me greatly. But the other thing I also learned is why I want a relationship. And I don't mean like in the general sense of like, oh, biologically speaking, I'm just attracted to females or blah, 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 anything like that. But in a sense of, like, why do I hate that I don't have one? And I realized I love music. I love singing. Like, just something feels good when I sing. When I'm happy, I sing. It makes me feel even better. When I'm sad, I sing. When I'm lonely, I sing. When I'm angry, I can sing in some rap songs or some angry rock songs, and that'll make me feel better. There's something about singing that just releases a surge of like endorphins and epinephrine and all of that good shit in my brain. And like the 2 or 3 times in my life that I've ever been on stage performing and I get a round of applause from the audience, it really is one of the greatest feelings ever. I love singing, and honestly, if I had any musical talent at all, I would have dropped out of school when I was 12, just started recording CDs and selling them on the sidewalk. I'm not even joking. But I can't sing, and I know that. I've known my whole life. I've got a horrible voice. People don't like hearing me sing. People have paid me to stop singing. Good news is I've actually made money from my voice. That's more than a lot of singers can say. But I've accepted long ago that it's never going to be possible. I'll never be good enough that people actually pay to listen to me. That a record deal would actually want to give me a contract. And I've accepted that, and I've been able to move on, which is why it hurts to think about love, because even while there's a part of me that can say I don't really believe I'm ever gonna find it, like there's somewhere deep down inside, no matter how far I try to bury it, the hope that it will happen someday still exists, and that's why it hurts not to find it. Which it sucks, because it's one of those things that right now I can still like ignore the longing and focus on like I said, continuing to just write more and more, because this is something that I know that I want and that I know I'd give up the world for, and and force myself to come and do some work on this. But like there's still a part of me that longs for this thing, and like that I can't make that longing go away. And there's still a small part of me that has hope for the possibility that it will happen someday. So, oh yeah, also I cut my beard. I don't know if you can tell in this lighting. Just took some scissors yesterday and hacked it off. Why? Honestly, I don't like having a beard. It's not something I desire. It's not something I work towards. I just hate shaving. It's a lot of effort, and I've never done it without getting just my entire face covered in bumps, looking like I had an allergic reaction to something, or like I stuck my head in a beehive, and it's annoying and uncomfortable, and it looks weird and gross, and so it's just, if I don't have to, I'm just not gonna shave. But I really just, now that it's been years since I actually cut my beard off. Now that I don't have it, I realize I like this so much more. I like not having a beard. So I feel like this is probably the best compromise I can get. Because I don't like having to shave it, especially so many people how the fuck do people just shave every single day? First of all, that's so much free time that I just don't want to waste. Like, ugh. I'll never get it. But, yeah, I feel like this is a good compromise. Like, if it starts getting too long, just take some scissors, hack off all the excess, and just go with the basic, barely above stubble level beard kind of thing. So, yeah, we'll try this look out, see how it works. So, yeah. You're never too old to try a new look. I never thought that getting rid of the beard would feel this freeing. I mean, I just got so used to having the beard there, but it was only there because I was lazy. And I'm starting to think maybe once or twice a month it would be worth not being lazy to just trim off all of that excess hair. Because it feels good to actually have a chin again.